Good morning. Good morning. Guten Tag. Wie geht's? Yaksimash. Dai a pivo? Buenos dias. Sambano? What I'm good. Oh, golly. Peace and harmony, folks. Peace and harmony. Woo-wee. I just got back from my walk. I'm telling you, this is the way I want to live, okay? Me and Matilda. Me and my trash can. I have a garbage can I named Matilda, for those of you that just tuned in here. And my name is Rusty. My channel is rusty78609. My full-time RV. This is a 26-foot RV at my home base. I'm in my RV. This is my studio, which is very expensive. Costs thousands of dollars. Thousands. All the lighting and sound equipment. My God, there's not much telling how much I've got invested. It's 9:03 a.m. Central Standard Time. It's about 75 degrees outside. It's going to be a little warm today, but we've got a cool front coming through over the weekend, and we'll be down in the 80s, and that's very normal for this time of the year, September the 9th, 2016. And I've got a lot of comments, and I'm going to go down some of them and just answer them on a video right quick. This says hope your morning is going okay without your Rottweiler puppy. See, this guy understands me. He knows that I'm capable of naming anything at any time. It's called old timers disease. Oh, those little brain things happen. At least Matilda could go on walks with you if you want to push her. Correct. And she would keep her lid shut. This was one in response to what I did on men going their own way. Way to go. Really enjoyed it. Blah, blah, blah. This is a bye-bye Romeo, to each his own. I like that. Kay said, one guy said. This is one on Prius camping. I won't do on that one. We'll hit later. Here's one. Says, understand how you feel completely. Good to know that. Here's one. I understand. See, I love that. You know what I mean? It's the old thing. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. At least these people are, I get some really, really rude shit every now and then. But, you take it for what it is. Sometimes it's just a spammer that's hitting every channel. Sometimes, I don't know what they call them, trolls or whatever. Anyway, here's a guy suggested maybe a goldfish with an automatic feeder. Not bad. I like it. Oh, I've got an idea. Don't worry. I'm working on one now. Don't worry. This brain, what's left of it, doesn't stop. Well, dadgummit, you should have built a doggy door so he could go in and out as needed. But anyway, this guy didn't start listening for the dog. He started listening because I go Prius camping, and you'll enjoy the hell out of that. One lady says, how you doing? This guy says, I'm in the hill country trying to find cheap land. Good luck with that, because it's gone up. Okay. Romeo is a little doll. He was. So glad you're okay with your decision. That's right. And then she said, or whoever that is, says that's all that matters. And you're absolutely right. All these are individual issues, and we have to deal with them individually. All I can say, I'm proud of you. Well, I'm proud of me too, because it was not an easy decision. And what happens is you get into these things that society does, like getting married and having children and going to school and doing this and doing that. And you're not really doing some of those things because you want to. You're doing it because of the social and peer pressure. And if it's not something you really enjoy, it's going to be a very frustrating lifestyle, okay? Because I've tried some of those things, and some of them didn't work out too well for me. Here's one that suggested, it says, yes, this lady I like. She says, you know what I kept thinking of? The little handicapped boy you talked about and wondering if you woke up looking at Romeo saying, why are you here? What that refers to is I was a school teacher in Refugio, Texas for 1 year after I got back from the U.S. Peace Corps. I taught 1997 and 98. I was a special education teacher, and my class was called Behavioral Modification. Me modifying other people's behavior. But anyway, this one kid, he was about 6'2" and a big kid, MMR, moderately mentally retarded, and he would walk up to me every morning and get close. The guy had, usually you have your space, you know what I mean, like 2 feet is your space. He'd get right up here, and he'd look at me and he'd say, "Why are you here?" Well, anyway, he did that every day. The teaching contract, I think, was what, 200 and, oh wait, is that right? I can't remember how many days it was. It was 260 days contract school, but anyway, he didn't miss many of them. And the ones that he was there, he was right there. Why are you here? I started asking myself that. Okay, no worries, Rusty. How about building one of those cute trailers? Only you know best. That's true. And here's a guy that remembered Popeye the Sailor. He gave his age away. I guarantee you he's not under 40. At least you still have your travel trailer. That's true. I guess you like your life. I guess you like your life this way. Only you know. That's true. I agree with everything you said. La da 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 da. I had a dog and a child near my car. At age 70, here you go. Here's a good question. At age 70, what makes you happy, Rusty? And answer, that's a good one. I like that question. Because those are questions that you do need to ask yourself every now and then, because if you don't know what makes you enjoy life, how in the hell are you ever going to enjoy it? And a lot of people don't ever go through that exercise. And I have. What makes me happy? Well, basically happiness is enjoyment. If you're enjoying something, then you would have to assume that you're happy at the same time. So using that as a definition, then what I enjoy doing, I enjoy reading good books, maybe once or twice a day, always in the evening. Every evening I read for about an hour to an hour and a half. During the day, after lunch, sometimes I'll read for about an hour. And I read a variety. It's not just one type of book. I try to read the old books that were written before, like 1930. I go back like 1700 to 1930, that era in there. You can't go much further back because they didn't have anything to write on. But so I enjoy reading. I enjoy taking my walks, quiet, long walks for an hour or more in the mornings. I enjoy that. That makes me happy. I enjoy peace and quiet. Sometimes I don't even have anything on. I'll just be sitting here looking out the window, maybe listening to the birds. And those are, at my age now, those are quite enjoyable. I enjoy visiting with my boys and my grandson. Occasionally they call or text or whatever. Sometimes the oldest boy comes by, and that's good. And I enjoy those moments. And but the funny thing about having children is when they're around, even though you're glad to see them, you're kind of tense. You know what I mean? You're kind of, I don't know. It's just different. You know what I mean? It's not like, when an older child comes to visit you that's on their own, it's not like your child when they're at home and they come in the front door. You follow me? It's a totally different experience. And yes, I do enjoy that. Let's see, walking, reading, what else? I enjoy doing my wine demos, the tasting events. I enjoy that. That makes me happy, I guess. Something else that I enjoy doing, Prius camping makes me happy. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it really frustrates me because, you can't find the right place, or you find the right place and 10 people show up. So, that's kind of a two-edged sword. I enjoy drives, obviously. Yesterday I just made a 640-mile round trip in 11 hours. Or is that right? Or is it 10? Let's see. let's see, 10 hours. It took me, I left at 8 and I got back at 6. And it was almost pure, steady driving. And fortunately, uneventful, pretty much. So, you know, those are the things that make me happy. And I look forward to doing them. Travel, I enjoy travel. I do. So anyway, I hope that answers your question. Well, here's another one that says, well, I say you wouldn't have known until you tried. That's exactly right. And I'm glad I did try the Peppy for a week or a dog. And now I know. And then she says probably need a cat. I don't think so. I'm not going to try a cat. I'm not going to try a fish. I'm not going to try a chicken. I'm not going to try a goat. I'm not going to try a horse. But I've got something else in mind. Anyway, used to live in Alvin. You pick yourself up and get back in the race. That is too true. You got to. I applaud your decision. You made a valid point. Thank you. Lots in common. I had to get rid of a puppy too. Thank you. You won't be the only subscriber to your channel as long as I'm alive. This guy's a dedicated subscriber. Yeah, I lost subscribers. I did. I lost about, I don't know. It doesn't matter to me. Hell, I can't believe I've got the number of subscribers I've got. So enough said about that. But anyway, you guys that are hanging in there, I don't know why. Shit. Good for you. Yesterday loved Romeo. Today do not want Romeo. Selfish. See, here's one. This lady says I'm selfish. Well, you know, if that's what you think, then okay. Please do not get another dog. Don't worry, I'm not. This person calls me lazy. Just lost a sub. Not that it matters. Well, bye. I hate to see him go. I agree with all points. I think you need a cat. No cats. Drove through Fort Hood. You're in my area. A lot of, whoops. Where'd it go? You know, this thing just jumped on me. I don't know where it went. A lot of times it's better to have two. That way you have a playmate. Not really. I've lived alone for 30 years. I'm my own best friend. I'm my own playmate. Buying a dog from a breeder who charges outrageous prices. I don't know how he knows anything about that, but no, I see what he says. I should have gone to a pound and got one to save it from being put to death. It wouldn't have mattered. I'd have just had to take it back to the pound. This one guy says, God bless America, we put the dog to death. I thought that was good. I can understand doing this to says I can understand doing this to a woman after a week, but a cute puppy, I don't know. The word fickle comes to mind. That's where I said fickle, pickle. Doesn't mean shit to me. Pets adjust to you. It's called training. Takes about 2 months. Well, folks, that's fine. I'm 7-8 days into it, and the dog's back home. Funny thing, I think I mentioned it in a video yesterday. I dropped that dog off. Boom! He's right back in the groove. He'll be at another home in a few days. The dog is not hurt. Okay, trust me. The dog is fine. This guy here is fine too now. So it says. So maybe they thought I was selfish too. I don't know what y'all. These people come up with all these codes. I don't know what. I know LOL means laugh out loud, but as far as the rest of them, I don't know what this one. The LMOA. I don't know, but it says LMOA. People disliking this video because you have empathy and care about the dog's happiness. Good on you for loving someone enough to let it go. You know, that's the truth. If you love something, set it free. If it is yours, it'll come back. If it doesn't, it never was. Think about that. First he was going to get his deal, fell through, blah, blah, blah. This guy here, I may have to X his ass. Says he's going to drive to Texas and sock Rusty in the jaw. Come on down. Yeah, I'll let you meet my little friend. The deal fell through because the breeder didn't want to accept his loan. That's right. The deal fell through. That's all right. But then she called me back and made it better. And so she kind of talked me into it. But that's all right. It all worked out. She honored her agreement. Da, 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 da. Yeah, it's you know, it's amazing. But anyway, uh, I got a lot of comments. Some of them I won't get to because the dog's gone, so it doesn't make any sense to respond to those. And the rest of them I've just responded to, so I'm just going to say I'm caught up on that. And but anyway, I've got a plan. I do. I've got a plan. I'm working on it now. You're going to be extremely impressed with this one. It's not, well, I'm not going to say it's not a pet, but it's not a pet. It's a thing pet. Okay. And anyway, so I'm glad to be back home, enjoying my life. You guys, I hope, are doing fine. And for those of you that left me, you'll never see this video anyway. So, you know, anyway, having said all that, que sera, whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera. I think Doris Day sang that song in the 1960s. And she was a freckle-faced gal that they used to have to put something on the camera so it wouldn't show her freckles. But that was one of my favorite songs when I was growing up, was Que sera, whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera. Anyway, with that in mind, que sera. Thumbs up. Adios, carpe diem, bye. Enjoy your day, folks. Adios.